Everyone. Good evening. I'm Professor Foy. Welcome back. Greedfall II, Dying World, or Greedfall Dying World. Actually, okay, something that's been bugging me lately, mostly as I've been thinking through this game and thinking through making thumbnails and whatnot, particularly. There seems to be a discrepancy between some of the marketing and other parts of the marketing for this game, which, by the way, was very little. The game was unfortunately marketed really poorly, which is kind of sad because they deserve better. In any case, is there a 2 in the title or not? Because if you will observe the thumbnail, right? The thumbnail of this video says Greedfall II: The Dying World next to a modified portrait of Ludwig. But if you look up there, you will see Greedfall: The Dying World. I guess maybe because it's a prequel, and so it's not exactly a sequel, and so I don't want to call it 2. I don't know, maybe. But that also doesn't explain the discrepancy, because some of the materials for this game call it Greedfall 2. If I'm not mistaken, hold on, let me see what Steam calls it. Oh no, no, Steam just calls it Greedfall: The Dying World. Okay, fascinating. I don't know. Anyway, that's just something that I found a little bit wacky and wonky. A little bit weird. Anyway, it's been bugging me for a while, the fact of this. I thought that I would just bring this up, and that it is the cause of some various discrepancies in how I refer to this game, also in the title, the thumbnails, and anyway, Greedfall: The Dying World. Welcome back. Let's get into it, shall we? Anyway, we're back aboard the ship, the Constancia, and we're just talking to Ludwig about his companion quest, one of his companion quests. Excuse me. I think we are mostly going to be doing some side quests this week. We're going to be doing Ludwig's. We'll probably do Alvida's, and I guess me. Even though they're in Olima, which is not where I want to go. Olima is kind of the opposite of where I want to go. Maybe we'll do everything else first before we force ourselves to go there. Anyway, yeah, let's pick our squad and let's go, because we are currently on Ludwig's quest, as you can see, locked in. Yeah, let's just go with our normal what our squad has been. And Fausta, and do it. Still in Paren, which actually, again, I of the major locations of this game, I really prefer Paren to Olima. Mostly just because the Bridge Alliance are the notoriously evil bad guys, even though the game only kind of treats them as. That isn't good. I'm gonna go this way anyway. I've not explored this way. The map is still hidden. Use a conservatory district. Oh, okay, cool. Right? Oh. Oh, okay. Bandits? Dogs. Fascinating. Alright, well, hally-ho, lads. Oh, jeez. Okay, that's not ideal. No, I don't want to do that. I want to move over here and do that. And Ludwig, I'm going to knock over somebody and then... That didn't help a lot. Fausta. Ow. Back off. Fine. I can't see anyone's freaking health bars, man. Ludwig is fine. Where's the severely injured guy? That bandit protector with the low. That one. Yeah, that'll work. Where's her AoE? She has a couple. Doesn't. Alright, well, Ludwig's not doing so hot. Okay, that's great. Fine, though. Heal myself like that. That will be fine. So will I. Oh god. Okay, that's not ideal. All right. Want again?
You look dreadful.
I made. That was a very close call. All right. Let's double blow this one. Ludwig. No. Ludwig, no. Hi, Imsimp. How you doing? We could be a lot better here. I'm fine. My party is not doing so hot. Work. Go over here, and then we're done. I just need to heal myself again. Jeez. Alright, well, he's down. So I'm going to cancel combat healing. Cancel movement. I'm going to resurrect. Oh, I have to go over there, don't I? Shoot. Am I still... Enforcement and... Ow. Pretty done. Twin blows will hit everybody. That's fine. I don't know. Okay, that's good news. Right. Ludwig, heal yourself. Definitely. He keeps just getting knocked the hell over. Alright, that's not What message would I have for future students in the 2100s taking McCoyan philosophy? Gosh, that's a difficult question, mostly because it's not fully formed yet. I will say that, particularly in terms of studying philosophers as whole school of thought kind of thing, I tend to prefer studying those who are dead. The reason, of course, being that they can't go and contradict what you're studying, which is very nice, frankly. It's a problem. Have AP for combat. Use. Just need to flee.
Careful, darling.
Oh, I'm
You
stunned.
look
That's why.
dreadful.
Do I have AP for a gun?
Now I'm going to have to buy some new armor.
Oh, Sybil down. Okay, that's not ideal.
We've lost one of ours. I must remain focused. At least I will die at the end of a rope.
We've lost one of ours. We need...
Be done. Kill myself, because by the time I get up, I'm gonna beat it. Honestly, the stupid dog is a threat. Get rid of the stupid frickin' dog.
Push the enemy back.
Redone. Yeah, you're about to heal. That's good. Fine. Try and kill everyone really quick, like.
Heal yourself. You're
Oh, that's
weak.
bad. This is very bad. She cannot hold up to 3 guys and a dog, or 2 guys and a dog. With no AP either.
The light and I are all who remain. My armor is ruined.
Alright, run. Okay. Dang. Maybe we shouldn't have gone down that road, huh? Wow, that was really quite something for a bunch of bandits. Alright. That's only like the second or third TPK I've had in this run.
I'm working. I don't have time to talk.
You know what? Invincible? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to crank up party damage so I can get through these combats faster. Increase health recovered. Yeah, I'm just going to crank that up too. I actually do really enjoy that. I enjoy customizable difficulty sliders like this. I'm going to keep enemy damage just because I do want enemies to be a threat. I just want to take them out quicker because I'm tired of how long combat takes. Yeah. I'm going to try that again if I can go and find it.
Stay out of trouble. Go on, move along.
Anyway, like I was saying, that is one of the main reasons I prefer to study dead thinkers rather than living ones. Living thinkers can always do this thing where you say something about them and then they just contradict you. They say, no, that's not what I meant. Or they can just change their view on something. And I don't want that to happen. You know, I would much rather just deal with a shoot him too. I'd rather just deal with somebody whose work is already complete, just from an historical point of view, at least. I'll target one guy at a time. And we're gonna... Who's our next threat? Oh, boy. Everyone's running to Fausta. Not good. That'll work. Get all three of them. Done. Yeah. He'll be our next target, I think. Swordsman. Alright, Fausta, That's not great. She's gonna knock down twice. And then she's gonna go up here. Three infantry. Dog. Hound with Malachor. Oh, man. Let's stun our protector. And we'll foul blow. Wait. Right? Foul blow the dog. And taunt. Shoot that guy. Out of AP, but that's fine. I can hit all three of them, I think. Good. She's hurting, but that's fine. Yeah, okay. Increased damage did it. Alright, cool. Anyway. Oh, there's nothing here. All right. A chest with goodies. All right, well that was pointless, but okay, whatever. What about this way? Yeah, no, that'll work. This'll work. I will also say though, in addition to that, insofar as I can say, insofar as I can foresee anyone doing anything like McCoyan philosophy, as it were. I will say that I'll say something similar to what Ralph McInerney said in his updated introduction to the second edition of his book Ethics to Mystica, which is one of my primary textbooks when I teach, especially ethics. Which is that
Absolutely.
which is that I don't aspire to novelty. And if I do wind up saying anything profound, typically it is because I am reiterating something profound that was said by someone much smarter than me centuries ago. Don't want to bother with this. I really don't want to bother with this. Still no need to bother. Anyway. Yeah, this is in fact, he recounts a story that when he gave something like a very brief outline of this book, Ethics to Mystica, at a conference, someone complimented him for being so brilliant, so novel, having something to say that that is revolutionary and hadn't been said before, and he was deeply offended by it because the way he saw it, what he was doing was just saying what everyone has always thought, what everyone has always known to be obviously true, despite recent foibles, let's say, within in contemporary academic philosophy. Buddy, you know that as a beggar, you can just wander around and pick things up? I've been doing, right? That's where I get most of my... Anyway, whatever. All I'm saying, it's weird that there is just stuff sitting around when there are people in such abject poverty. Anyway, though, yeah, that is what I aspire to, philosophically speaking. I am to leave a legacy. Wait, what? What's going on here? Is this like blocked? I stay on this side of the rope? It's okay. Old town center. Why can't I go to the agriculture? Why can't I go here?
Hello. Need me?
We'll talk later.
I'll always be here if you need me.
Okay, but like... Go there, please. The nighttime thing? That's nighttime? Or is it just locked off and I can't do this and I've soft locked myself? Hi Grace, how you doing? Are you? I'm running into some trouble here. There's a impassable rope. Get it. I'm gonna look this up real quick. What's the region called? High Prairie Agricultural. Oh, they're wrong. Is that it? Yeah. Please exit from the Peren town center. Yeah, that's... Okay, this is bizarre. There via the Vinland Villa? The Vineyard Villa? You shouldn't say. House. Anyway, I really hope I haven't soft-locked myself somehow. Making a region inaccessible that I need to complete the companion quest that I'm locked into. Something. It's at least possible here that I have locked myself into and out of. That shouldn't be possible. I'm not finding it in any, like, known bugs list. But I suppose it could happen. I'll say as well, this game has had a surprising amount of polish up until this point. For being a very distinctively AA title. No, the Vineyard Villa, that's not it. Can't get in there. Bandits. Let's head back. Try again. Maybe by the time we get back there, it'll be daylight, and maybe that'll make the difference. I don't know. Very odd. Quest called yeah, it's Old Demons. That is the one that I found. Briefly looked into it. Hope I'm not problems here. Anyway. Yeah, Imsem, thank you. That was a very good question. Yeah, if people read my work centuries hence, decades hence, ever, I hope that it's primarily as something like commentary on older and better work. That is where I see my place in the history of philosophy. That said, with the amount I publish, or I should say, the amount I don't publish, at least at this point in my career, maybe that'll change someday. Maybe I'll have a sort of attitudinal change, or even just a disciplinary change. But with the amount I don't publish, the idea that generations hence will be reading a great deal of what I wrote it strikes me as implausible, or at least somewhat unlikely, because there is not very much that I have written. But that is because, again, I've said this before, and I'll probably keep saying this for years, that academically speaking, I see myself far more as a teacher than as a writer, researcher. And that there are really two types of professors. There's the sort for whom teaching gets in the way of their research. Primary goal is research, and they have to teach in order to pay the bills. And then there are the sorts like me, for whom research gets in the way of our teaching. We love to teach. But in order to maintain sort of academic credibility, credentials, tenure, position, whatever, we got to publish too. We got to write and publish. But that really gets in the way of what we'd really like to be doing. But yeah, that is essentially the oddity of asking me about future McCoyan tradition. Academic. Gray says, I don't know if I've mentioned either on stream or on Discord yet. Rather exciting event on Monday. However, infuriatingly inconsistent advertising event location. Oh, jeez. That happens. I'm just waiting until this down here turns to day, which you can't see. It's blocked by my Ko-Fi. By the way, feel free to contribute over there. Flash Professor McCoy. I would be fantastically appreciative of whatever you can. I am, like I said, restarting my PhD studies this coming semester in weeks, which isn't cheap. So anything that you can contribute is tremendously helpful.
Welcome to the lands of the congregation.
Buy me a little bit extra time to do this sort of thing. Anyway, though, once that over there turns to day, I don't know, maybe there's a chance that the rope drops. I guess we're just waiting until then. If that doesn't work, that isn't what makes it different. I don't know what to make of this. Because I'm not seeing this as a known bug or anything here. Unless somebody feels like looking this up for me, I'm at a loss. I mean, I theoretically can just progress a main quest or something like that, but I know I can't do any of these in the other companion quests, because now that I've started, I keep wanting to call him Kurt. Ludwig reminds me just way too much of the soldier, the warrior, last game, Ludwig. Yeah, now that I've started his companion quest, I can't do anyone else's. It literally won't let me pick up anyone else's. Because I still got, excuse me, at least three more than I have available. Probably more than that. Oh, Fashion Week Year's Eve, okay. All next week, but got both of you tickets. Day night event, which is the Fashion Industry Networking event. Ooh. Looking to get into things? Professionally? That'd be pretty cool. I'm gonna go to the guest house. So I'm assuming I can just sleep there until tomorrow, and maybe once the new dawn rises, while I'm not staring at the rope, perhaps, maybe just maybe, it will not remain gone. But also, I'll say this, too, that I am already pretty darn far in the game. I mean, plot-wise. At least I think I am. But don't think it's plot lock. Ooh. This isn't what I thought it was. This is a church.
I can't do it.
There is what is very clearly an empty monstrance. Interesting. That's fascinating. The symbolism. Anyway, this isn't what I thought it was. Let's go back, I guess. Why are there more bugs down there? What's on here? Thing, I guess. There's dogs. Bandits. A bunch of bandits hanging out down there. Oh, well, let's head back, shall we? He says, how is the event location advertising? Mildly infuriating on 2 promotional ads at a local bar, all in the event overview description on Eventbrite. Tickets are sold outside, and still, when you Google it, it says it's both outside and at the bar. Huh. I wonder if it's one of those where it's like the bar is sort of the location for the purpose of like where it is on a map. But realistically, it's just in the area of the bar, like the street event or something, or maybe out back. I don't know. You can at least hope, and maybe this isn't a good way to approach matters, but it's how I often approach these things. You can at least hope that it will become relatively clear when you arrive there. You know. I have to do that sort of thing, especially if I'm looking for parking. You know, if there's an event or something, especially if it's anywhere even remotely urban, or if it's a big event that is going to require a lot of parking, that kind of thing, I'll just arrive in the general vicinity and then just wait, kind of look around for people gathered and people parking and signs and people walking from parking to the event, stuff like that. And I just kind of tag along, follow the crowd. Most recently, that's what we did for one of the Renaissance festivals. We basically had to do something like that. There wasn't really a park, because there was parking at the event, but it was full by like 10 a.m. and we didn't get there till. There's no way. So we just parked at one of the like fields down the road on the other side of a neighborhood and walked about a mile to the front gate. So that's what we wound up doing instead. It was fine, but we would never have known that from website and description app. Yeah, I don't know. Let's. Go back to the Constancia. Yes. Let's see if we can. I don't know. I have an idea. I'm gonna try something. See, that's not a fast travel spot. Not available for fast travel. Oh, let's just try again. He says, I'd get that if Halifax wasn't a small city and had many similar bars. 1-2 of the event list. Promo in question, but Halifax is a city with one major modeling element. Locally, and it's the organizer of the event. Range. Yeah. Acknowledgements. To my saviors! My fate was in your hands. You could have denounced me to the Prince of Vesp to gain his favor. Yet I'm still alive. Far from his squalid palace and his foul clutches, Though these memories will haunt me for a long time to come. Finally turn the page on this chapter of my life. Infinite things. Wonderful. That was the quote, favorite of Prince Devat, who we were doing some political shenanigans with and against last time.
I'm hungry. Give me something to eat.
Let's just walk it again. I know this is not. I don't like the prospects of this working, but it's at least worth a try. Travel into the city again. No, there's that frickin' rope again. Why? Honey Prairie Act. Let me just... Roped off. It's showing me a roped package in the region. The old demon. Started. Doc. Yeah, travel to High Prairie. Okay, yeah, I need to travel there. Starting the game. Starting is 4 entering. Yeah. But oh, ensure you have also completed Caught in the Wars of the Continent. Maybe a prerequisite. You done that? Oh. I have no knowledge of this quest. Maybe that's why. Alright, hang on now. Let's see. Darren? Let's just do this one. Why not? Yeah, why not? Let's just go back to Esquiara. I think I need to complete more of the main quest, I guess. The problem is there were 3 separate paths in quest, as far as I can tell, and I have been traveling down one of them while not progressing the other 2 because I've been in one region, mostly. I guess I have to sort of progress all 3, maybe? Oh, that leads to Alima. Okay. Why can't I just dock at the dock? Really? I have to go here? Okay, whatever. This seems silly.
These are the arid shores of Tainea.
All right. Well, let's we might as well just keep our party was. This is also quite near Olim. Original. Hope that won't be a problem. Aren't exactly all that friendly with original or ever. There seems to be nobody here, though. Fascinating. Oh, well, that's a terrible point. All right, cool. That's the cave we and the mutant guardian emerged from. Down to the docks. Not open here. Weird. Honestly, kind of surprising.
Greetings, esteemed customers. Are you looking for ingredients? Potions or projectiles, perhaps?
Let's ask for rumors first.
Were you here when the giant creature attacked the village?
Yes, I was here, and I'm not likely to forget it. I lost a good share of my goods that day.
We're trying to track down the beast. Do you know which way it went?
I haven't the faintest idea. I was busy trying to save myself and my shop. Everyone was shouting and racing around in a panic. It was like it was the end of the world. I ended up hiding inside a house and didn't come out until I couldn't hear anything moving outside. So, I can't really help you. But to be honest, I don't know why you want to find that monster. It's madness. But that's your business, isn't it? And if you're thinking of fighting it, you'll need potions and projectiles.
You're
Why
probably
don't you
right.
take a look at what I have in stock?
High explosives. Let's see. I have as many. I probably don't actually need. But don't think I need much money either. Got 1,000. Wait, what was that? That was group revival powder. Do I have any of those? No, I don't. Find those. Oh. That's expensive. Oh, no, I was thinking it was this one. He's on my... Repair resin. Alright, that's... Alright.
Hello? Do you live in this village?
Well, obviously I live here. Where else should I live?
I'd like to ask you a few questions about the beast attacks that occurred some time ago.
It was the worst day of my life, and probably the worst day for everyone here. But what's it to an islander? Does the beast have something to do with you? You go ahead, ask your questions. But this all seems a bit fishy to me.
Well, we have those on our island. They're just not evil.
Do you know where the creature went after the attack?
Why are you all so desperate to find this monster? Isn't all the death and damage it's done enough? Do you want more? I'll tell you what I told those scholars. I don't know where it went. I didn't see anything.
Scholars?
Some fellows from the city who are asking the same questions as you. They may think they're clever, but they're idiots if you ask me. Looking for that thing means running the risk of it coming back here, and we've had enough of that. Thank you very much.
Okay. Dollars. That's
We
not
shall
good.
leave now. Thank you for your welcome.
Vigilance
That's
people
it.
looking for
Goodbye.
the corrupt guardian is not... I don't care for that. Good chance that it is the same people who were trying to hunt it at one point. Supposed to be anyway.
Good day. Do you live in this village?
Yes, I've lived here all my life. Why?
What's
Were
with
you
the
present
hair?
during the attack of that giant creature a while back?
Unfortunately, yes. It was horrible. I still have nightmares about it.
Can you tell us what you saw? Do
Does
you
she
know
know
what
that-
happened to the creature?
Does she know what happened to her
Honestly,
hair?
I'd rather not have to think back to that day. Everything was so confusing. It was dreadful. I remember I was fixing my damaged nets when I heard the first screams. Ooh, and that terrible roaring. I was so terrified that I crawled under my boat, which is probably what saved me. I peeked out every now and then, horrified by what I was hearing. I saw the monster knock some of my friends down with a single swipe as it chased after a man who jumped into a boat. When it didn't see any more movement, it headed southeast and even knocked down the arch there. Oh, it took us weeks to rebuild it and put the village back in order. And we're still mourning our dead.
I'm very sorry for your loss. Thank you for sharing your story with us. We will take our leave. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Maybe I put on the dock worker disguise, huh? Yeah. Get back. Rope turning loop. Oh, hello. Wait, what? Craftsmanship. Have one that's +2 craftsmanship. Have. Yippee. Shadow rings, though. Cool, but shadow. Not what I typically. Back to looking nice. Turned out that was unnecessary. So, I need to check down that way. That's fine. Cave. Ponder. Yeah, let's just fast travel, shall we? Why
The
not?
poor bastard who set up this camp had no luck at all. It was right in that monster's path. We should go and have a look. Perhaps we'll find something useful.
Good luck. All right, let's go.
My saviors have returned.
Surprised you survived.
What brings you here?
We're looking for a giant creature that came this way a while ago. Did you see it?
I pride myself on having excellent eyesight, despite the occasional bout of absent-mindedness. That beast was enormous. It would have been hard to miss.
Could you tell us which way it went?
It went right by my camp, and I admit I found it very impressive, if a little frightening.
A little.
Nature can sometimes produce beauty, and other times horror.
all that
Which
nature.
is unfortunately much less inspiring for my art. I was afraid, so I hid in the bushes. It continued eastwards, towards the old quarry, I think.
That's exactly where that loony Ingo and his accomplices were holding Ken.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.
Okay. Alright, so it was kind of within its right mind. Just, not entirely. It was, what I would probably call directionally, but not fully sane. Maybe directionally, but not proportionally sane. There is a great deal of whatever that is. I know last time we did this very stealthily. Wonder if it's just gonna be here. That's... see it. It would be hard for it to hide. There's the dead guy. This is where they're holding Sem. Native. Haven't barely been put together. Anything for survival.
These tracks were clearly left by the Guardian. It's very odd. It's as if it wanted to dig up the earth where that strange smelly substance was spilt.
Okay. It doesn't... Is it oil? Something else. Mission order. The general wants this creature. Set up a hidden camp in this cave next. Once captured, take it here. Perfect place to study it. B.
There is no doubt that the Guardian was here.
Great.
But it was attacked and apparently captured by Kurnaz's men. If the letters on those corpses are anything to go by.
I wonder what they're planning to do with it. It all sounds very grim to me. Let's head for the orchard. I seem to remember that there's a cave entrance nearby.
Discovered, huh? Where's the orchard? Where? Oh! All the way over there. Okay. Let's just travel here. That's what's up here. Hello?
Stop! This orchard has been requisitioned. No one may enter. You better get back to the village or wherever you came from.
Could we perhaps offer you something to look the other way for a minute?
You think you're funny or something? We've got orders. No one is to enter this orchard. Now beat it.
That's worth a
My
shot.
friends, I'm afraid these guards have left us no choice. We must either force our way in, or try a stealthy approach.
Let's...
I see. I guess we'll be leaving then.
Okay.
And don't come back!
Alright then. Well, they are right next to some invisibility bushes. So that is just asking for me to sneak up next to them and knock them in the noggins. Go this way, maybe? Ooh, put up a palisade. Wow, alright. This doesn't have through here. Drop down there either.
We are missing something to make this work. We are missing something to make this work.
Got to be something or something. Want to deal with the fucking critters. I wonder if I can craft makeshift tools. Find out. These are makeshift tools. The amount of materials I have seen. Maybe I should be using these sorts of... Maybe I should be using consumables more. Jeez. No, I can't make makeshift tools. That is unfortunate. Steel rapier, is that any better than what? Doubt it, but no, that's much better. That's not much better. Better. Okay. Have any tools in here, do I? Fast travel too. Maybe they have some in town. Hope they have some in town. If not, I'm gonna have to travel further, which I don't want to do.
Look, it's clear that a very large creature has been here. This is our guardian's trail.
I don't know why that didn't trigger. Kizilkaya. Doesn't help.
Happy to see you again.
Purchase. Okay. Maybe I have to go to Xantis. Try that, shall we? Could just like bash my way through here, but go back to the ship, travel across the ocean, pick up a hammer. Anyway, let's see. Find here. Unless maybe I do have a tradesman underneath, below decks. 4 ships. You have.
So, what do you need today? I can also rid you of what you no longer want.
Bye. Equipment. Ooh. Ooh. Medium acorn. 167. That's totally good. Alright. I just have to decide whether I'm gonna wear that or if Alvida is gonna wear it, but alright, well, no, upgrade my hat. Alright, well, that was worth a try. That's heavy armor? Why the hell is that heavy armor? Well, I guess I gotta wear it. Vita can keep the navigator's oak. What a shame I have to wear that. Oh well. That's fine. Well, that was not what I was looking for, but I'm glad I stopped by. Alright, let's try... Try Xantus. Alchemist. It's right here, right? Oh, the blacksmith's right there. Blacksmith's right there. You're right.
Xantus, home at last.
Let's... I have to level up Alvita, but that's fine. I will say, tonight's stream went in a wildly different direction than I was kind of expecting, but that's okay, I guess. Right with it. Now where's that blacksmith?
Hoarding axes, throwing none. Have you made up your mind? Or are you gonna buy this?
I'm gonna buy something. Gun. Tiger. Ring. I don't know why he sells rings. Strange. Bracelets. I don't know why he has that either. Let's see what else I can upgrade here. I'm going to keep his shield break chance that I did. Damage. Higher damage. Interesting. Higher crit damage. Yeah. Have the hold for it. Hold. Maybe I should recycle some things, huh? Gem. Oh, no, that's not good. Yeah, better. Eh. 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 No, okay. There's that. Anything else I need to... I should recycle some stuff I'm not using. Why would I do that? Stuff I'm never going to use. And again, this is stuff I should be doing off stream. But... I mean, that's quite cool. Never gonna use that. Focus. Ooh, give that to do it later. Ooh, a lever gun? Seven. Keep it. Oh, boy. Once again, I should... You know what? Screw this. I'm just going to do this. It's too much work here. Alright, let me see. I'm trying to think if there's anywhere else that might have more of them, because I feel like I run across things that require this a lot. Your ID card yesterday. Well, that sounds dramatic. We had I've talked about this a little bit, especially on Discord before, but we've been having some family accidental medical problems, let's say, over the summer. By which I mean two children have fractured their arms. Don't worry, they're minor, relatively minor buckle fractures, but it does mean casts, and no one likes that, one at all. So both right arms, Sergio, our oldest, and Gabriel, our second young, both buckle fractures right here. So today we've been running around all day, trying to figure out. Excuse me, trying to figure out if he's done healing or not. And we had an appointment with the orthopedic specialist, the pediatric orthopedist, which is the really narrow specialty. There's like one within like 50 miles of us. So we had an appointment today. Went, found out, my wife found out that that they don't they didn't have our they didn't have the X-rays because they never gave us a script to go get the X-ray. So instead of just checking him, which they couldn't because they didn't have the X-rays, to be fair, they sent us to get X-rays. So the first place they sent us didn't take our insurance. So that was fun. The next place they sent us did. We got the X-ray. Then they wanted to the imaging specialist, the X-ray tech, basically, said they needed to compare the current X-ray from today. Right. Hey, look! I didn't need to use the tools. I just needed to reset it anyway. Funny. Never.
Although it would be extremely difficult for me to stomach, if we want to be inconspicuous, we should dress like poor workers.
Oh, you just do that? Just do that. Alright, what does this give? Is this just a bonus to stealth or something, or...? I mean, I could just dress as Newton. Yes. Even though I probably can't have Newton Empire disguises. Wait, is this? No, that's Bridge. Bridge Line's not there. Oh. I don't exist. Quiet. Go away. That was a really quick noticing. Who knows noticing is far enough away. Anyway, so once we got the X-rays, we had to go back to the hospital, which had the records, the records from the last X-ray, because while they could theoretically send them digitally, that hospital is notorious for apparently for taking weeks to actually send things that have been requested. So instead, we drove back in a torrential thunderstorm. Oh boy, was it a torrential thunderstorm. Drove back. My wife ran in because she did it the last time I was at work. Got the data from the X-ray on a CD-ROM, or I guess CD-RW, CD, and came back. We drove back, still through a torrential thunderstorm, to the imaging place, and just dropped it off. And apparently, I'm told, the receptionist looked at her like she was insane. Like, wait, you actually went there physically and picked this thing up like we told you to? I can't believe it. That's crazy. Because quite frankly, yes, that is kind of crazy. What's up here? Uh-oh. This will be interesting. I shouldn't be the one here. Fausta should be. Teleport next to me, please. Whoop. Ludwig, smash this guy. Please and thank you. Sybil. Let's just focus fire, shall we? Gun! Wow, a gun! And then we're getting cutting charge, shall we? Right, that should do us.
Only a fool
Whoa!
dares to attack us at.
Wow. Dropped like a fly. You. Ludwig. Focus that guy. Knock him over. Fausta. Just start blast. Actually, you know what? Projection this one and start blast. Already done. That's fine. Sybil. Throw a knife first. Oops. Okay. They're gonna be fine. Livig, follow me, please. 2 seconds on. Dang it. Okay. Fast to finish that one off. Vridan. Charge. Take down some of his shields. Sybil. Oh, wait, no. Hold on. Don't do that yet. You do inflict bleeding. Can't. Can I? Does my gun inflict bleeding? No. I have to wait 2 seconds. Okay, that's fine. Double blow will do. I'll just cutting charge for now. And then Sybil is, I guess, attack. I don't know. Come here, Fausta. Let's get a little closer, shall we? And then, fine, right. Heal us up a little. Never mind.
There's no doubt about it. This is where they took the creature. Why they brought it here is beyond me. But one thing's certain. They wanted to make sure that no one knew about their nefarious plans.
Yeah, but like... Search for the Guardian is that. That's the way out. I'm gonna check over here. Probably more stuff. Maybe even some... No, just crab boys. Just some crabby boys. Well. Wait a minute, I have been here before, haven't I? Yes, I have. Gravity boys down. But nothing of real significance, so let's just avoid the crabby boy, shall we? Let's just do what we came here to do. Anyway, then after all of this madness, we went to the Chinese buffet that's over there. So at least got something nice. Something nice out of the whole ordeal. Gabriel's back in a new ass wrap. Keep having to rewrap the thing because he keeps unwrapping the thing. These two.
Here's the Guardian. What's left of it, at least.
Ugh.
They decapitated it and put its head in a jar, presumably to study it. The alleged brilliance of the Alliance sends shivers down my spine.
Let's look around. They did this for a reason. They must have wanted to learn something from this beast. We have to find out what.
Let's also get rid of our disguise. We don't actually need that at the moment. And I need to switch to mechanisms. See if I can unlock.
I can't do it.
Annotated map. Map containing information about the High Prairie region. Aha! The border between the merchant congregation and the Duke Empire. Shows the location of the Asrian ruins and includes the phrase ideal location to recreate the creature. Launch the vault. Create the creature and launch assault. None of these things are good. All of these things are bad. I hate all of those words, especially when they are together. Dude, no. Am I gonna put this in my pocket? I thought I could delete it. Yes. Galas? Alright. Notes, orders, history. Where's it? That ain't it. Side de Galas. Head of the Nadag de Galas. Degas. Separated from his body. His? I thought it was her. By scholars from the Bridge Alliance.
I don't see how we could use this. I can't do anything with this.
Part pieces. Electrical doodads.
This document doesn't say anything useful.
Testimony of a soldier, Corporal Hakan tells us that the islander cut open her own hand with a knife before placing it on the rest of his testimony remains vague and open. Says he saw what looked like roots and rocks encircling the savage woman. Body then contorted. What happened? That is also essentially what is supposed to happen for the formation of a Nadag. Guardian, a proper guardian. He...
I don't see how we could use this.
Autopsy report. Sex undetermined, tall, heavy, undetermined. Sex is female. We know that. Body appears to be made up of shells, coral, fat, and... Right arm is has a giant claw at the end. Left arm is made of several tentacles, similar to those of marine animals. Head was removed from the body for further examination. Conclusion. How could this mass have been created from the body of a single woman? Further research into the magic of the act.
Get us out of...
There. You're free.
Thank you. I thought we were going to die trapped in that cave.
Wait a minute. I know who you are. You turned up at the camp the day before the Alliance attacked.
We did. And we were there when Laden bound herself to the land and turned herself into a guardian.
I remember that. You even tried to fight her to hold her back. You were very brave, but the soldiers captured us while you were leading her away. Since then, they've done nothing but mistreat us and interrogate us to try to understand what happened.
They even tortured Adenegad. She eventually broke and told them about the bonding ritual. After more experiments, they took her away with them. We don't know what happened to her after that.
That's awful.
They're
Thank
gonna
you for
try
telling
and
us.
replicate it.
Now you should get to safety. Don't stay here.
I know a place we can hide. Before we joined Laden and the others, I had found a cave further north. You have our heartfelt gratitude for freeing us. May the earth carry you always.
Would you like to come on our ship back
I
to
don't
Tirford?
believe
Because
it.
we're gonna go back
Rather
to
than
Tirford
being
soon.
terrified or frightened by the transformation they experienced, they just saw it as a weapon of war. And now they want to force our people to perform the ritual again so they can use it against their enemies. And of course, my people will be blamed for this.
We have to stop them from putting their insane plan into action. My country and my people are in danger. I don't have any political influence, but if we take this evidence to the Imperial Embassy in Peren, they might be able to do something.
Alright, so... Yeah, we're supposed to go back to Peren, I guess. Did I get new stuff? Or... Yeah. Bridge line. Not what I want, but nice. Grand Emissary's jacket. That is not better than I have. I love it. I love it. But it's a lot worse than when I... Back damage bonus. Better magic deflection. Watch worse armor. Much lower life. Well, it's partially just because it's not modded. But it doesn't do the life bonus. That's unfortunate. I wanted to use it. Maybe you can. Oh, it's medium, though. She should be wearing... No, she should be wearing medium. Right? I think? It's lower armor than what she... But it's better dodge chance. Back damage bonus. Good. Heavier. Currently wearing light, but might be better. Doesn't look as good. I'm just being that petty. Princely jacket, though. That suits her well. Much lower armor, better magic protection. Agility. Does use agility. Nah, just keeping what you... Spider Mage is good. Gives me agility. Agility. That is strictly better for her, though. No, that's not gonna be... Yeah, I'm not gonna top that anytime soon. Not gonna top. All right, yeah, no, we're good. Let's level up, shall we? Bows, rifles, rings, brace. Applies bleeding if the target has no shield. Bleeding charge. Applies intangibility. That's quite good. That's quite nice. Wind blows. Interrupts character's hit. Ooh. Bleeding if the target has no shields. Yeah, that helps this be a nice finisher. Intangibility is a nice start to a fight, though. Let's go with that. Attributes. Can I add agility or no? Next. Focus. Much better. Confirm. And Ludwig. Sigmund. I don't know. No, it's not effect. Knockdown. Minimal damage. Violent charge. Applies weakness to the target. That's a good initiate. Power sweep. Stores shields per character hit. That's not... Rage. I use violent charge a lot. Applies intangibility with Shadow Portal. That's not bad. Healing. Unity to allies with... That's not bad. Stasis. Applies Curse. Very tempting. Applies projection to characters in the area of effect. This is basically just get off me and everyone gets knocked back. That's really cool. Upgrade divine rate. That's kind of cool. Not worth doing right now. I'm torn between these two. Projection and curse. Curse to somebody I stasis. What does curse do? Ooh, cannot cast skills that cost action points? That's redundant, though. That's redundant to stasis. Let's do this. Stasis, it stuns. It stasises them. They can't move. So it doesn't help if they're also unable to use ability. That seems silly. Increase will. Increase endurance a little bit. She desperately needs. No. Focus? No. Perception? Breaks the shield automatically. That's not bad. Not a bad card. Weapon skill improvement. Action points for dance of steel or recovery time. Shadows. There's damage. All right, cool. That's what we do. Back to the ship. I don't feel like walking back out through the camp. All right, now let's go back to Paren, because I think we actually should have our area unlocked. We're just like sailing back and forth here between Paren, Esquiara, back up the river to Paren, back over to out to Xantus, wherever the hell that is, and then over to Nara, now back up the river to Paren. Okay. Yeah, well, so let's continue the main plot before we move. Excuse me. Wait, are they trying to put this on? Are they trying to blame this on the merchant congregation to get them into war with the Empire? Maybe in addition to blaming the natives?
Off the coast of the proud cities of the congregation.
Interesting. Very interesting. All right, we've got an Imperial. Let's add Sybil. We're pretty much always going to take... I almost want to take Milan. Yeah, I want to take Milan. I'm going to have to re-equip him and level him up a lot. But let's do it. I haven't taken Milan in a while. As a fellow Deny God, he should probably know about some of it. All right, let's level him up and upgrade his equipment a lot. A lot. Not bad. For what I have, that is best. That might... Wearing a hood is not. We're safe? It's not sweet. Bracer. Food bracers? Better, I suppose. Well, let's look at our application. Maybe I'll upgrade those at some point. Okay. What medium armor might be better? Other brig is better? It's strictly better. But it's not modifiable. This, the mods, will ultimately help. He looks very stupid, that hood. But he always looks stupid, no matter what I put him in. Alright, we have 6 points available. Let's check it out, shall we? Stone. No, actually, that's for... That doesn't help much. Urges, where's loaded arrow. Double arrow. Yeah. Has mark on the first. Increases crit chance. Subtle archer. Increases crit chance for bow skills used to engage in combat. 100%. Oh my god. Ambushing archer by 10%. Increase, okay, for power shot. 2 AP. Back shot. Where's the damage suffered when jumping backwards? Basically, it just goes away. Disabling shot. Applies immobilization. That's quite good. That will be my next. Attributes. We're going with perception. All the way up. 3 more. Strength and perception. Cool. Alright, Nilan. Welcome back to the gang. We haven't talked with you in a while. Brother. In the leaves. Nothing. Nothing. Made me search that. Where's... Oh. That's a weird stance to take, Montan. But okay. Typically, it would be on your shoulder. You'd hold either, like, basket grip, or you'd, like, basket grip this, and have it up. This is in a scabbard, forgive me. You'd have it like this, typically, or even just grip here, but that's a little close to the point of balance for being in your shoulder, typically, down like this. Anyway. Holding it like that in 2 hands seems a bit, I don't know, parade formal, maybe? Like meant for intimidation rather than rather than efficiency. I don't know. I'm not very friendly with the Dutan Empire, so let's find out.
Your Excellence.
How exotic. An envoy of Tyr Fredi. This is quite the novelty. Are you a dignitary from your island, or have you come with a message from a local noble?
I suppose one might say that I am an envoy of Tyr Fredi, milady. And I'm here to speak with you about a very important matter.
Facts.
We have proof that the General Gurnaz, a commanding officer of the Bridge Alliance, is preparing a brutal attack against your country.
Alas, that is nothing new. The Bridge has been attacking us for centuries. But you might not have been aware of that.
We are
Vaguely,
aware
at least.
of the war between your two nations, but this time the situation is very different. This general seeks glory for himself rather than his nation.
What does that matter?
And he plans on using unconventional means to obtain his goal. He hopes to use giant creatures that we call guardians, beasts invoked from the rituals of our traditions. He will release them to attack you. He plans on blaming my people, but also the congregation. These horrible attacks will originate from your country by his hand.
Giant creatures? Are you certain you have all of your wits
Do you not
about
know
you?
of these things?
We can prove what we are saying. We have documents that we took from a laboratory operated by men under orders of this general. And if it is the very existence of these creatures that you doubt, we also have in our possession one of their heads. It is on our ship. You can come and see it yourself if you so desire, or send someone you trust.
You seem very sure of yourself. You have given me pause, sir. I'm going to send someone from the embassy immediately to verify what you've told me. Let's assume that you are telling the truth about these monsters. You also spoke about some documents.
Here they are.
Thank you. Please, allow me a moment to inspect them all. This entire story seems like the stuff of some fable. But these savants and this General Kurnaz are indeed set on attacking us and letting others take the blame. Alas, these documents do not give us the precise location of this attack. Do you have an idea?
Yes.
As you were able to read, the savants seem to want to use ancient Austrian ruins.
Which is weird.
It's true
but-
that we too need locations that are of historical or natural significance in order to perform the bonding ritual, which here transforms people. But I am not familiar with the border regions, and I don't know if Austrian ruins are to be found there.
There are indeed
fable,
Austrian
yeah.
ruins all over the place in our country. But if I think about it, one location in particular comes to mind. The Sudwise region, in fact, that people from here have renamed High Prairie when they took it.
I know that region. I go through there often when I trade commercially. I would hate for my caravans to become a victim of collateral damage. Too many people rely on them.
Oh, but you too are from the Empire. And you are a trader? I understand
Yeah,
your
it's a trader in
fears.
his nice, very
Do
nice
know
heavy
that
armor.
This is a region where a great many refugees have fled to make a home, to avoid the civil war. Very well then, I have thought this through. I think the best option would be for me to accompany you. This business is far too important and its impact too far-reaching for you not to be accompanied by someone official. And if we were to wait for the
Gonna be
princes
okay.
of the merchant cities to take action, we would by then have died of old age.
Isn't this quite risky, Your Excellence?
My dear, I was born during a civil war in my country. I know how to defend myself. Or one might say, I am a fast runner. We will rendezvous at High
Very
Prairie.
platonic.
I require some time to prepare for the voyage. Do you have anything else you would like to talk about?
Not really. But I will say though, why I say that's very platonic. In the Republic, one of the more odd passages, particularly for people like myself and PDC Reeve, who I follow in a lot of interpretation, who take, excuse me, who take the political aspects of the Republic to be allegorical for psychology, for the soul, for moral psychology, is when he recommends that the young guardians, the guardians in training, who are representative of the intellectual part, to be the rulers of the city. He recommends that they be sent to war, real battles. But he admits that that is very dangerous, and so his recommendation is that they receive their training and whatnot, fine, they can defend themselves, but they also be sent on the fastest horses that the city has, so that if the battle begins to turn, they can immediately retreat. Which might strike one as, maybe this is just a concession to practicality, maybe this is a good idea, right? But I have argued, publish this? Should publish this. Try to. I've argued that essentially what he's getting at here is that because the Guardians are allegorically representative of ideas in the mind, in the rational part of the soul, that the young Guardians represent new ideas, novel ideas that have not yet been tested. And so, what we would recommend here, is that in order to test out new ideas, one really should put them into battle, into rigorous intellectual debate. However, one should be ready to pull them back and retreat before they're outrightly defeated. In other words, if you have a new idea, if you have a new thought, give it a shot. If you have a hypothesis, go test it. But because it isn't well developed enough to be thoroughly defended yet, in that testing procedure, withdraw before you're fully defeated. So Plato is perfectly fine with saying, excuse me, with saying, never mind, I was just kidding, right? Or whatever your preferred bailout phrase is in an intellectual argument. I've taken that to heart, really, because I when I come up with new ideas, I immediately test them out in debate settings, in vigorous intellectual settings, because as I always say, a lot of my ideas, I don't actually know if they're true or not. I don't know how serious I am yet about holding to an idea, because I don't hold to it very thoroughly yet. It is more like a hypothesis. I just want to shoot out there, but I don't want to just abandon it to be utterly defeated, because if it's a new idea, if there do appear to be flaws with it, I want to pull it back and say, "Whoa, okay, hold on. Let's stop arguing this right now. I want to investigate this further later." So maybe the idea needs to be strengthened. Maybe it does need to be set aside. It's not cut out to be. It's not a true idea, but one that can be tested out more thoroughly later. Anyway, that is what's going on here. That's what this reminded me of her. Yeah, no, I know how to defend myself. In other words, I'm good at running away. As Astrian ruins imply the existence of an Astrian painter with a tiny mustache. Not necessarily, but maybe. I mean, look, if we're talking civilizationally and technologically, this is like 16th, 17th century. So, yeah, maybe in a few hundred years there will be an Astrian revival with a painter who will take control of the student empire. Anyway. Went to GameStop, or EB Games as you call it. Wait, which one is it? Okay, awesome pre-order releasing later this month. You're still pre-ordering? My man, my dude, my guy. You don't need to pre-order things anymore. I mean, unless you're really you're hell-bent on getting a physical copy day of release. But even then, things don't tend to sell out like that. Back in good old days.
What can you tell me about your nation?
The Holy Dutan Empire was once the greatest empire on the continent. Almost as great and glorious as the Astrian Empire.
Okay, so this is Holy Roman Empire, and the Astrian Empire is
Discord arose among the nobility, and our faith was used by the vilest among them to turn their backs on the Emperor. Ever since, the Empire has been plagued by civil war, which has weakened us. Families tear each other apart and clash. Neighbors kill each other. We lost territory to the south, and we were unable to join the other nations that set foot on your island. However, I'm confident that our Emperor shall restore order and the greatness of the Dutan Empire.
Okay, yeah, no, that is 100% just, this is the Holy Roman Empire. That's just what this is. Cool. Got it. Because that could have just been the story of the Holy Roman Empire in Renaissance to early modern period. Alright, neat.
What does your role as ambassador here in Peren consist of?
No, it
Like
genuinely
any
is a little...
other
Okay, it's a little bit more
ambassador,
centralized, at least it
I
seems.
represent the interests of our nation before the Prince de Vespe. The congregation of merchants and its assembly of small city-states gained prominence on the continent. We would have liked them to show us more support against our enemies in the Alliance, but unfortunately they value their neutrality.
Which is fair, honestly.
My role is therefore to ensure that our economic and diplomatic exchanges are as beneficial to our two nations as possible.
She sounds really condescending. I don't... Yeah, we're in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 again. More like Kingdom Come Deliverance like 7, because this is a ways down the road. Temporally. And, magically. Still.
What can you tell me about the war between you and the Bridge Alliance?
I support you
We've
wholeheartedly.
been at war for centuries now, alas. It began before the Alliance was created. The first battles were waged against Tynea and Thraxis. They eventually joined forces with Morsinia, who betrayed us for ridiculous questions of dogma. Since then, the front is at a stalemate. There were some periods of peace and some outbursts of fighting, without any real progress. But we shall never give up. The Enlightened is with us. We will eventually win.
Speaking of the Enlightened, that actually does bring up this question.
What are the links between the Dutan Empire and Thélème?
It was in Thélème that San Mateus was born and taught the way of the Enlightened, the ways of true faith. His disciples saw the good word and the teaching of magic carried as far as Dutan and converted the Emperor. He became the champion of the way of the Enlightened and became its most faithful and fervent representative on Ghakan. Since that day,
I assume Ghakan is
our two nations have been allies, united in their faith and their interests, in the face of the rest of the world.
Okay, but the Empire never annexed or even attempted to annex Thélème. That's actually interesting. They're united by faith, but not politically.
We were told that it was not possible to travel to your country.
Well, it's indeed not advisable to go there, especially when arriving from this side of the border. Trade is still free with Thélème, but this is no longer the case with our other neighbors. Too much contraband entered by this means, and too many fugitives, frightened by the civil war, left the country. We still trade, of course, but any trade is highly monitored and must be duly validated by the Emperor.
Ludwig, you know all about that, right?
We shall leave now, Your Excellency.
Goodbye.
Alright, we're not going to do this yet. I'm going to save the actual quest until I'm going to just goof off for a little. Gotta be a blacksmith.
If we want to reach High Prairie, we have to head northeast from From the hills, we can take the trade route that leads to the region.
Vespasius Square. This is, honestly, this city is glorious, but clearly in decline. Which, I mean, gives it a kind of sadness, and tragedy.
All right, Pierce of the looking for a new armor? Where?
Yeah, craftsmanship. Can I upgrade this? How can I do on here? That is already what I have. Better. Equal. That upgrades a little bit. Plus 15 armor. What do I have? I have leather, thick leather, and I can do that. And with this. Hopper. I have plenty of, yeah. Yeah, let's do that. On. Immortality. Resistance to mark, affinity for immortality. Sure. Resistance to weakness? Oh, wait, no. Mine are not modifiable. That's fine. Resistance to mark? I need to. It doesn't get intangible. Like leather and ore. Sure. Mark he doesn't get intangibility yet. I'm gonna go resistance to mark. I do have intangibility. I'm gonna use that. Alright. That should do. I think. Ooh. I have enough gold or gems. It reduces my bonus life, which do high ground stuff enough for that. And that's it. Here's that. Cool. The gang is nicely upgraded. That's weird.
All the latest fashions.
Clothes merchant, huh? We'll find out. What do we got?
Hello? Want to take a look at the jewelry? Or rather, the clothes?
Oh, these are... Oh, it's over there. Okay. Gem. Let's buy all these. For it. Thick leather. Need those too. Praxis cape. Sinian cape. I already got one of those. Harmonist. Light armor. Nah, none of these are very good. Buccaneer's peak out. Cleric disguise. Yeah. Nice. That's sketchy. Now let's see what else. Another shop back in the Yonder ways.
I have strong word.
Raw materials merchant.
Glad to see you.
Anything that's not material. Yeah, let's just sell all of our junk, shall we? Bust of the... Now I'm gonna keep that. think there's any of this I actually need. There? I think so. Alchemist. I really should start using alchemical ads, but whatever. The fact is, I haven't been. Perhaps I'm making a terrible, crucial gameplay mistake, but whatever. I'm perfectly fine playing suboptimally on stream. It's not what we came here for. Alright. Let's just head over there, and then we'll save once we get there, and I think we'll call it a night. Because we're finally able to get there this time. You through there? Probably not. Oh no, yeah, I can. Go through here. Be a nice shortcut. Or I'm gonna get jumped. That's possible too. Yeah, this would be me getting jumped. No thanks. And not go. Go this way. You know, it's interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen a video game series where the core gameplay was this radically different from one to another in a series. I've seen evolutions on a gameplay formula, certainly. But changing from what is essentially an action RPG to a much more traditional real-time with pause squad-based CRPG in the very, very much in the style of old-school BioWare. Because again, I can't emphasize this enough. This reminds me more than anything, gameplay-wise, of Dragon Age Origins. But yeah, no, this is fascinating. Anyway, that's just something I keep thinking about. That the gameplay is so radically different. Actually, I think I prefer the gameplay of the first one. I think I might even overall prefer the first one. Not to say this game is anything but good. Still highly recommend it if you can. I would say if you can deal with the combat, especially if this is your kind of combat, kind of thing. Oh yeah, go for it. Because I actually kind of do like it. It's very tactical. It's less optimal for live streaming. I would probably enjoy this game a lot more on a harder difficulty if I just had the time to play this on my own. Honestly. But that said, like I said, this lends itself to live streaming a lot less. This is like similarly to why excuse me. This is why I would not stream something like Baldur's Gate 3. Because the combat in Baldur's Gate 3 takes so long because it's turn-based or finicky than it. That the actual the plot stuff would be interesting to talk about. Would take forever to get to, and I can't realistically focus on chat even having conversations during combat, turn-based combat, because I actually have to. So I don't know. See, that's the kind of thing where I'd kind of like to play something like on stream. I'll still think about it. I might think about it. I think I still have it. I'd have to see if I still have it. I think I do. I might have to update it. Buggy as hell. That's probably why I never finished the damn thing. But anyway, it's worth thinking about. But I will say that the combat in this game is a barrier to me playing it on live stream. But I do definitely recommend it. Anyway, we have, as you can see, the rope gone. We have progressed in the game sufficiently, the main plot, to actually get to where we were going for the sake of our companion quest. So now we have both of these. We have Caught in the Wars on the Continent, and we have Old Demons. We have both of these to do next week. So that will do it for tonight. Thank you guys for joining me. I know that that Imsimp was in and out, and Grace might have fallen asleep at some point. That happens. But hello and goodbye, and thank you again for joining me. Once again, I'll remind you guys again, because it is that time of year where I wound up spending a whole lot of money and getting a lot less money. If you do want to help contribute to me continuing to do these sorts of things and having more time to contribute, to dedicate to live streaming, to answering you guys' questions, to maintaining the community, and to podcasting, and to making videos, and all of that, please, 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 I really do appreciate anything you can give over there at Ko-Fi.com/Professor McCoy. I also do have channel memberships set up on YouTube. If I start getting some channel members, I will, I promise, start looking into member-exclusive content, at least for member preview content, let's put it that way. Channel members, and let's say regular patrons over in Ko-Fi, will get early access to some of my, I will never completely withhold any of my content behind a paywall. I'm absolutely committed to that. I don't believe in that sort of thing. I think that is grossly unethical. I'm never going to do it, but will give things like early access if people are willing to pay for it and are wanting to get that sort of thing. I'm also willing to, show my process. I'll give uncut versions of some of my videos, things like that. So yeah, if you do want to contribute, I appreciate it greatly. If you get something out of this, then I would really appreciate it if you send some of that back to me. But that's all I have for right now. I will see you guys next week. I have some plans for some podcasts, hopefully, that I'll be working on as we move forward in the next week. Well, like I said, I have that interview that I still need to figure out the scheduling for. We've been going back and forth and trying to get it set with Carrie Baldwin from Faith Seeking Freedom. Hopefully that'll be coming soon. Once we have that recorded and edited. I have another couple of ideas of things that I definitely want to talk about in the podcast as well, so those will be coming in the next. So look forward to all that. I certainly am. And until next week, thank you for joining me. Wonderful evening. And until next time, remember, don't be safe, be well, more importantly, be good.